This is a Sports Catastrophe production. Hey there, ho there, it's Jeff Carter. I will welcome you to another Sports Catastrophe birthday boy. And the birthday boy today is a powerful slugger who is mainly known for his job with the Cleveland Indians, although he's played for other teams too. So he's 51 years old today, and that is Jim Thome, who played 22 years in baseball from 91 to 2012. He played for 6 teams, most notably the Indians. He has hit the 8th most home runs of all time, 612, and getting 1,700 RBIs. He was drafted by the Indians in 1989 and made his big league debut in 91. I should know, I have his rookie card, I think. Early in his career, Thome actually played third base before becoming a first baseman. With the Indians, he was part of a core of players that helped Cleveland get to 2 World Series appearances in the 1990s. He spent a decade with the Tribe, before leaving via free agency to join Philly, when he spent 3 productive seasons with Phillies. And then he was traded to Chicago with the White Sox before the 2006 season. He was named AL Comeback Player of the Year that year and got the 500 home run club. I believe that he hit his 500th home run as a walk-off. Remember Hawk Harrelson's call. Anyway, Thome would have to become a DH more likely than an infielder because of back pain. He would make stints for LA and Minnesota, making brief returns to Cleveland and Philly, and then he ended his career with Baltimore. So Thome's strength was power hitting. In 6 seasons, he hit 40 or more home runs, and he led the NL in 2003 with 47. He could draw a lot of walks, and he had a good on-base percentage. Because of his community involvement, he won a couple of awards, such as the Roberto Clemente Award in 2002. So Thome looked good. He played at Illinois Central College. He was drafted in the 13th round of the 1989 MLB draft by Cleveland as an afterthought. He got assigned to the minor league affiliate of the Indians, the Gulf Coast League. He did fine. But Charlie Manuel, who was a pretty good hitting coach, helped him with his swing. Kind of like what Roy Hobbs did in the Natural. It worked. Thome would blast more home runs and all that. He made his debut as a Cleveland Indian in 1991 as third baseman against the Minnesota Twins, getting a pair of hits. He seemed pretty good and all that. However, Cleveland would get back on the winning track, as Cleveland always got laughed at for their lack of stability. But in '94, with a new ballpark, a few new acquisitions, and a whole new core of young talent, they looked good. The Indians were going with a core with Carlos Baerga, Kenny Lofton, Sandy Alomar Jr., Jim Thome, and Andy Murray. It was a promising youngster, and Thome spent the '94 season with Cleveland before the strike hit, hitting 20 home runs, 52 RBIs. The Indians were actually in the wild card slot before the strike happened in '94. They were only a game back with the White Sox. However, Thome and the Indians would do better in '95. Thome would hit 25 home runs, 73 RBIs, and Cleveland put up 100 wins in a shortened season that only was 144 games. So there were 100 wins and 44 losses. My guess is they could have gone as high as 109 wins in their career. Unfortunately, the Indians shockingly lost the World Series to the Braves in 6 games. Thome didn't do that well in the World Series, batting only .211. Thome hit 38 home runs in the '96 season. Thome was still the third baseman on the squad because of Eddie Murray being first base. But when Eddie Murray left for Baltimore, and when Cleveland got Matt Williams from the Giants, the Indians decided to put Thome at first base. And he put up 40 home runs and 120 walks, which was good. Cleveland got to the World Series, but Florida beat them in 7, pissing me off in the process. Anyway, A lot of people thought Jim Thome was underrated because the national stage didn't really recognize him. He, however, in '98 did hit a pair of home runs in Game 3 of the ALCS against the Yankees, getting the big win, but the Yankees won the ALCS and the World Series subsequently. Jim Thome started getting a lot of hits, a lot of RBIs, but Cleveland could not really reach the playoffs and all that, which was terrible. Thome would have his best season with Cleveland in 2002, leading the AL walks, slugging percentage, on base, OPS, on base plus slugging, and batting pretty well, hitting 52 home runs, second in the AL. But Thome signed a 6-year, $85 million deal with the Phillies after the 2002 season. He thought the Phillies were closer to winning a title than the Indians. Well, Thome put up 47 in his first season with the Phillies, just one behind Mike Schmidt's record of 48 in 1980. Thome hit his 400 home run as a member of the Phillies, but unfortunately injuries would ruin him, especially in 2005 in his third season. He had to have season-ending injury surgery on his right elbow in August, and his first baseman replacement, Ryan Howard, who was this pretty good minor leaguer, actually ended up winning the Rookie of the Year. The Phillies would trade Thome to the White Sox after 2005 for Aaron Rowan. Thome wanted to be in Chicago closer to his dad because he lost his mother a year earlier. Thome became the DH for the White Sox and flourished for the White Sox in his first season. Thome would hit his 500th home run in September 2007 as a member of the White Sox, and it was a walk-off, like I said, against Dustin Mosley. He was the first ever to do it with a walk-off home run to get number 500 on a walk-off. Wow. He was the third in the 2007 season. Frank Thomas and A-Rod did it. I know Frank Thomas did that because as a Blue Jay fan, I knew that. It was amazing. Thome would actually be a hero in the AL Central tiebreaker in 2008 against the Twins. The winner got to go to the playoffs as the AL Central champion. Thome would hit a home run, and that home run was the only run as the White Sox beat the Twins in the tiebreaker 1-0. He still looked good for the White Sox. But the White Sox were going nowhere, so they decided to trade Thome to the LA Dodgers for a minor leaguer. Thome waived his no-trade clause because he thought the Dodgers could win the World Series. But he was just a pinch hitter for the Dodgers. And he only went 4 for 17. Thome thought that LA was misusing him, so he decided to file for free agency and signed with the Twins. Thome beat Harmon Killebrew for 10th on the all-time home run list in his first year with the Twins in 2010. Killebrew wasn't bitter about Thome passing him. He said that he was happy Thome did it as a member of the Twins. Thome would be the first player to get a walk-off hit at Target Field, the new Minnesota baseball stadium, which was a home run off the White Sox. It marked his 12th walk-off home run of his career, which was a major league record. He seemed pretty good and all that. Thome got his 600th home run as a member of the Twins against the Tigers August of 2011. And then for some strange reason, he decided to waive his no-trade clause to return to Cleveland for future considerations. And Cleveland was happy he was coming back. He played 22 games for the Indians and would bat .296 with 3 home runs, 10 RBIs. But Thome actually signed a 1-year deal with the Phillies. Unfortunately, he did have some injury woes and all that. And Baltimore decided to pick him up. to be the DH because they were going for a playoff run. And the Orioles got to the playoffs. Unfortunately, though, the Yankees got them in the LDS. Thome just did not do well. So he retired and he became the special assistant to the GM for the White Sox in 2013. And he still has the front office job of the White Sox. Thome was inducted to the Hall of Fame in 2018. In fact, he's the first person to be inducted as an Indian without Chief Wahoo on his plaque since the mascot's inception in 1947. The Indians subsequently retired as number 25. He had a great offense and a great career legacy. He and his wife have 2 children, and he's put funds to put his 10 nieces and nephews through college. All that. He he helps the communities out with a lot of things. That's why he was named a Roberto Clemente Man of the Year in 2003. And he's a powerful slugger. Can't beat that. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. I do.